Oh, alright, we're live. Hello. As well, okay. So to open this up, open the live stream up. So I had several little live streams, or like I tested some audio. So I hope the audio is now better. I don't know, because live stream that I've had, the 28th, it was really messy, and I hope I fixed it. Yesterday I was really trying to get it. So, however, this live stream we are doing now continuing with the animation. I kind of want to keep doing that, and while we will be like having editing streams, and we will be having different streams. However, I don't know. I just toyed with the sound a lot last day, so the quality of my streams is going up and stuff. Cause as you can tell, like I'm not that good of a streamer. I was literally like my first live stream was literally my birthday, so and that went wrong. So, but hey, let's continue doing what we do. They do kind of best, not like best, but hey, I don't deem myself to be like some sort of like a great animator or something. So I am a beginner, so I don't know how it will look like. So, however, we take these 5 first scenes and we'll see what will happen. So as we have, there we go. So the last live stream we kind of did a sketch of the thing, and now we are going on the next thing, which is gesture, which is this thing basically. Interesting. Okay, so it's so far a sketch, and I as somebody who just wants to have kind of like a good animation, what is good animation, what is bad animation, I don't know. It just tends to happen, so they have to figure this out. So it's not bad. It's not necessarily bad, I think. However, like if everything is moving, I don't know. Okay, so let's figure out the gesture. Gesture, I kind of like whatever hands. So okay, so just so confusing because I keep it's the creative mind, like I have to jump from this to this to this to this. Confusing. However, I have several things in here that in the last stream it was really weird. The audio was really effed up. Up on rewatching. So yeah. I hope I fixed the audio. We are not gonna be playing any music or anything, because I don't know how that would do. So far you have my voice, and so what is the animation consisted out of? So it is consisted out of this, a 3D reference that is has 3 keyframes, boom boom boom, like the guy just kind of like lifts his head. That's basically the keyframes that I want to point out. Then we have the pose, which is basically tracing the thing with a little bit of in-betweens. That feels, like, hey, he's actually doing something. Like the movement feels a little bit more smooth, and it feels nice. Then we have the face, which is really simplistic, but, like kind of like, again, like where are his eyes? And like how is he going to, like how is his face going to work with the rest of the body and all that stuff. It's really simplistic. I might want to change it, and we will work on it a lot more. Then we have clothes, which is obvious. We get him a shirt to kind of like complement him, and then we get him the gesture, which is this thing basically. And this is basically it. I don't know what else do we need to add there. I mean, not it. Obviously, we are going to run through the process of inking and coloring and all that stuff. So, yeah. Yes. So what is the next thing that we want to do? So next thing, now that we have like about freaking thing, an idea of how things will work, I think I'm gonna focus myself here on the face, because like as a sketch it works, however it doesn't really work, if you know what I'm saying. You know, it's like, it's just a line, it's just a you know, it's a big meh. So we'll see how it goes. So you can see on the first one, yeah, it's a meh, it's a big meh. So let me see, face. So we are going to slowly, you know, because I would love to, for example, draw it with the 4, or with this mechanical pencil, or like, wait, is it drawn with 4? Or like 2? I don't know. I have no idea. But I would like to like get, you know, better eyes and better like kind of like these facial things in there. So we'll work on that as a sketch. So we approximately know where the eyes are supposed to be. I don't want to make them too Asian looking, because you know I'm not Asian, and this is supposed to be like an animation of, you know, animation. So I mean, all the eyes will have these things, but however I want to make sure that they're fine. So first things first, we will what do we do? Okay, so in order to draw eyes and facial features, you might want to watch some, you know, guides and stuff, because like this is how I would do it from the top of my head, and I don't like it because, again, all the animation is from the top of my head, and it has something, at least it has a story, it has nice, but we wanted to make sure it looks nice, so we have to get into the effort of actually doing something. And I'm really scared of freaking, like, look at that, like it's not the perfect face, but it's something, you know, and it's not the worst. So how do we go about it? You know, like how do we do what we do without freaking ruining this thing here? That's the question. So let me go ahead and let me just get this. You know what, we should be doing duplicates. I don't know, I don't want to lose what I have. That we have to let it go at the same time. So okay, let me erase the nose and the mouth. Let's start with the mouth. Okay, mouth is very simplistic. Okay, it's just a line, nothing too nothing too complicated, I think. I want it to be seen, not with 4, because, you know, 4 is way too much. 3 is way too. I mean, 4 is not bad, but like, you know. So we want to make sure that, hey, the guy is kind of like a. I don't know. Let me. Oh jeez, that's way too much inside of the thing. So hey, I want to get those spicy details. However, you will anyway see it from this angle. Like the thing is literally just this big, or like around this big. So just what for you? Hop. So you will kind of like the blue rectangle is basically what you're gonna see. So my question is, do you even need to see the face that detailed if you're just like, you're gonna see this? I mean, the details are what is going to go down. So anyway, okay, so first things first, let me I don't know where we start, because mouth and nose can seem right. Maybe we should just this is not a vector layer, jeez. If it was a vector layer, I could possibly like make them look little, like these things, like adjust line width, narrow, and I can just, what? I can do, that's just the eraser. It will not make a narrow work. Will it? It will, but like, in the worst amount of sense, That's not exactly what we want here. We want to draw there something else, for example, like some sort of like something like this-ish. I don't know, the whole kind of like premise of having eyes. It's crazy. Maybe just kind of move them. Okay, let me just freaking do and just delve into this. So we're going down the rabbit hole now. We're just erasing everything here from the face, and we have to kind of like think about individual things here, and about individual things. What makes good eyes? What makes good face? Basically, at this point, we can get some reference in here, would be kind of helpful. However, I want it to be as authentic as possible. So, let me see the. Oh my god. No. There we go. Let me see the 3D reference. See, like the 3D reference is like so. And we kind of have to follow that thing. So with the eyes, how would the eyes work? How would the eyes work? Something like this. Because like I don't want it to be way too much about. Yeah, let's just draw an eye, and then we can free transform it. See, like you have to use whatever resources are around you to make a great looking thing, and that's exactly what we are going to do, because why to make it harder for ourselves when we can like freaking make it easier for ourselves. So I'm just going to create an eye here, and yeah, something along these lines. Very simplistic, not exactly like something like that, but like however it has design, it has details, okay. However, it's not like over the top, like hey, this is the eye of freaking, I don't know, a Gamoto or something. It has details, but it is not over the top, So let me just try to, because I tried this with multiple things, and the more that you deform it and like try to play around with it and whatnot, the more you actually, like kind of like end up going against it. I don't know. It's just so weird. And obviously it's gonna be that big, it has to be something along these lines. I mean, it's not that bad. Right? Can be. Well, we'll have to work another one in there and then see how does it work. All of that. So for those who don't know how to draw such an eye, you can just kind of watch me do it, but basically a circle, a little circle inside of the circle, and then boom, and pretty much boom, something along these lines. Like with art, this is what happens with art. Like you never have set kind of like a thing, you never have a set, like you have to embrace the lines you create, so it's going to be a part of your overall feel, your overall thing. So, and in animation you really can't really kind of like duplicate things, because like it's just so weird, because you're like working on one thing and then you're not. It's just weird. You can't really much duplicate here, and we are going to just make it small. But this is the problem that I'm running into. See that beautiful face. it's the problem that we are running into. Like, if we are just, you know, morphing something out of the blue, or like whatever, it tends to lose that thing, you know. It might look like a face now. Oh Jesus Christ! Well, that's too bad, my man. Anyway, that was a bad eye. So really, what we want to do here is to, like you can see, is this right? I mean, you know, you have to kind of keep the proportions and keep the thing in there. Oh god, what am I doing? What for you? I felt this was kind of right? Yeah. You gotta just work on it. You gotta just pour into the time. And I don't know how long I will do this for. How long this stream will end up being. Well, I do hope there's no audio problems. That's for sure. And you know, because I want to make more content, but however, I want to make something original as well. So it's just good. So my goodness, you know what we should be doing. I mean, we should be doing. There we go, and there we go ish. I mean, it's not the worst. It's not. I've had worse, so it's just, you know, like at some point, like this is raster layers. So what raster layers do is that they will actually kind of you know, make your art like look at this. Like if I transform this into so small that it's just a mesh at that point. So you have to like find the place that we can trace over it, obviously, and it's a struggle with art, you know. It's a struggle always, and to find the right amount of things to go for. Guys, I guess that's alright. I mean, I guess let's just roll with it, okay? Let's just freaking roll with it. I don't give a damn for now. But like, it's his gaze should be down there. So maybe I'm doing something wrong here. Yes, doesn't he have those way too big actually? Cause like, I want to keep the realism of the place in the place, you know. So what to do? Something like this. Nose is just going to be really this simple shape because I cannot be bothered with nose. Oh Jesus, what have I done? Oh, yeah, 3D reference. Jesus hell. Look into those eyes. It's the eyes of torment. And just, you know, like for a mouth, I think he can go with Jesus. I mean, not much of his mouth will be visible anyway. Something nonsense. So is this like a face you would like to, like, I don't know, date in the future? I don't think so. Let me just make his eyes a little bit smaller and just more in line with what's happening in there, I guess. I mean, it's not the worst. I mean, it could have been better, but it's not the worst. So let me just fix the nose real quick. I mean, it's not a bad nose. It's just that I wanted something more broad, more like this. It's like his technically looking down to kind of like take that into something, like take that into an appointment. So yeah, it's about, you know, figuring out how do we do this, how do we do that, the overall design and stuff, you know. So into the sketch we have to kind of like sketch it out, and I think that my sketched out eyes were better. We'll see where this leads us. This whole, look, they're uneven. I can see that they're uneven. You don't even have to tell me. I can see these two eyes are just freaking uneven. Is that much of a problem? I mean, it's not technically, because it's my art, and I will share it to the world eventually, probably. How does this look? Huh. I mean, without the bloody red, let me just get rid of the pose here. Okay, that's not exactly what we want for this, but if you go in, if you go with the great of just kind of like getting him this thing. Oh, that seems more expressive all of a sudden. Yeah, we need a pose to just really. Let's just keep them this way, okay? I'm not gonna go with them that much. I could, but I'll have to. Next up, we're going to have is just the general face, and the face has to have eyebrows. And what kind of eyebrows could this guy have? You know, just they need to kind of complement the eyes, and you know, really make them. Who knows? Because you know, when you don't have eyebrows, it just looks weird. And I've seen girls. I mean, I've seen one girl without eyebrows, so way back in the day. So that was scary enough. That's the thing. Like, eyebrows are not shapes; they're like just these, you know, things on top of the things. Let me grab this kind of thing. Yes, go way down to 10. Oh, that's just the worst. Dude. Shoop. Something like that, yeah. 20. No. 70. Oh. That could work for hair. But I don't know. I'm telling you it too much. You know, we need to keep it simple. Keep it, you know, in the, you know, nation of how would this work? Does that work? Does that like kind of work? I don't know, like how do I symbolize there's a bloody monster? Because it's hard to see. So a line would make sense. However, what kind of line are we talking about here? Because like nose obviously goes, you know. I mean, we can do it like this, right? Huh. Interesting. It's such a perspective, you know. You gotta think about it all the time. Okay, so let's just, you know, keep it simple, and let's just add some eyebrows for the sake of eyebrows. Okay, cool. And let's just move on. Dude. Cool. Very cool. Let's open the thing, and yeah, let's just let's erase it. Not all of it. I mean, because like the mouth kind of makes sense. Eyes don't make sense. And the nose. Okay, cool. Let's erase it. Let's just draw it again. Better. So an in-between is basically in-between. Just stretch it a bit. Release. Okay, so in between is in between. I'm not gonna like stress it out. there. But in between these two things, we're just gonna draw this shape, basically, and we're gonna, what you can do basically, you know, if you don't wanna be way too much like overworked or something, you can just trace the previous thing and just that's how at least I did it. Okay, let's just put it up here somewhere, because that's still the nose, mouth. Let me just trace this thing, kind of like in here it goes, ish, I think. And now let's just trace the eyes, because you know we have to kind of like keep them in, you know, in the thing. So let's just do that real quick. We will trace the eyes from one thing to another, and then we'll just, you know, because we have that. It's not like we are we're defenseless here, you know. We have technology. We have a way to make the best out of it. So we will. That's what will happen. So we might want to kind of make it maybe bigger or so. Ish. Okay, without. Yeah, it looks like he's still kind of looking way too much down. So yeah, this has to go up. Something like this. I mean, it's a face. But is it really? Is it really a face? I mean, it is, but we need to like put it outwards a little bit. Like, hey, he has more open eyes now. I don't know, this is weird. However, it is looking better than the previous version, so I'm gonna keep it. So if we just go down here, think about it, play it. Oh, I think it's gonna be good. Eventually, you know. If not, then we will just freaking rinse it. Rinse and repeat. But you didn't even see this? Oh, we don't even see this because it's like this. Okay, so yeah, we have yeah, when we just go into the ink, it will look probably more smooth, more slick, more better. So I don't know. It will be quite a test. Yeah. So we're like now like working on more drawing stuff and more like figuring out what goes where and how does it affect other things than anything else. Okay, cool. So once again, however, the shape of the nose also changes because, well, logically, we are not gonna have the same nose, and we are not gonna have the same amount of things in there. Okay, I mean, you know, the same eyes I can understand. However, like these eyes gonna change because like they have to open up. So that's what we are gonna work on next. Because like the eyes need to kind of like open up. Because he is like, you know, the way I approach this is that, hey, I need him to look down. So he is gonna have like his eyes are kind of closed and unexpressive-ish. And the way I really have figured it out is like, okay, how do I animate something that just gonna move it upwards? You know, give the impression of it at least that it's moving upwards. And what came across was like, hey, I can freaking, you know, make them look bigger and smaller. So it's like, hey, yeah. There's only that. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm just like really focused here on this, and really am not much paying attention to anything else at this point. So I might be rambling a little, but hey, who knows? So you know, as we go across this, we can, you know, we can like even turn on the 3D pose to see like, oh, there's the nose, so we're just gonna go draw the nose there, because yeah. And the nose at this point is just this you know, thing. Doesn't need to be anything else. The animation, you know, when you don't have much drawing skills, it's gonna be quite painful. However, it's a nice process anyway, so yeah. So how does it look like so far? You know, the same eyes, the same eyes, the same eyes. I mean, it's not that bad looking, honestly, it's better. It's getting better. Okay, let's just draw a mouth right here. Cause you think. Let's just draw a mouth, okay? Just like mouth is gonna be the mouth. Sometimes, you know, the characters I've seen in other animations, they have just a line for line and line for nose, but they have more expressive eyes. So maybe we'll go with that style. I don't know. I've seen it in where did I see it? Yeah, a bunch of animations. Use that technique. Oh. Ha ha ha. Okay. So is that it? Nope. 4 is even like, you know, this is like very tough. Not like very tough, but like very interesting. What's going on here? What the hell? I'm just get rid of that. I mean, it will look good eventually. God damn, what am I doing? Where am I? Clothes. Where am I in clothes? Should be here. So, we're gonna figure it out together. And really, what I can do is just like draw the outline of these things and just really just kind of make those into eyes, but I don't really want to. I'm gonna keep those as kind of the same. But they will be opening up. Like we will animate them. Like we need now. Right now we need just a it's kind of like a better eyes sketching, because like these ones do not really have that kind of same expression here. So and I'm just gonna shooting for some simple eyes here, and really I'm not trying to, you know, way too hard. You know, we just need yeah, we need expressive eyes, but we need also simple eyes. So that's kind of like what I'm aiming for here. I haven't. Yeah, of course I haven't. I haven't drawn the pupil. Pupil? Is it pupil? The inside of the eye, basically. So we have to kind of think about that even, and yeah. So I want, you know, to push my animations out eventually and show the people like, oh, these are the stories that I want to tell. However, my animations might not be good because like I'm an amateur level, and a lot of things have to go into have to go into just the design and, you know, the overall thing. My God, what am I doing? Let's just put them up here. That's it. Okay. Let's just put them up there. They're up there. And, you know, as I said, as I was saying, yeah. So a lot of things would have to go into the design, the initial design. That's kind of like hard to come across. So yeah, this is the thing. Here. So, how do you make this in between? Do we have like this? Like, because we have only 3 things. The nose is here. The nose is obviously going to go here. You know, and then the mouth is just gonna go here. That's quite literally it, I think. But really, in between. What can I say? A little bit of in between, because we want that motion to be as good as possible. So as good as I can get it, basically. So let me see it. Oh god. Oh, that's not too bad, I think, but the eyes are coming closer together, and that's kind of weird. We'll see how it goes. I mean, the mouth. The mouth. Oh god. Okay. Let me just. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me just draw his mouth kind of properly here, right here, right here, right here, right here. Yeah, it's about just figuring out where the mouth should go. But sometimes, like, you know, we want to have some space for the chin and some space underneath the thing. So, okay. Okay. Alright. So, bada bing bada boom, and we are going into this place. So, slowly out of this. So, let's go. I keep telling so. Okay, so yeah, the eyes stay the same for the majority of this thing, because I don't really want to like stress myself here too much. But then we will go back to the eyes and make them like open up as he's just, you know, his head is just being lifted, so to speak. Oh, my bejesus. Okay, that may be way too close. You never want to like animate or like draw way too close where you just can see the pixels. I mean, we can see the pixels here, but like really much like a guidance pixels than anything else. So we take that, we put it upwards because that's how it works. Put them somewhere in here, and yeah, okay. There you go. We put the nose. Where's the nose going? Aha. So yeah, this is another thing we will tackle, is that the angle of the face and the angle of the eyes, because as you can see, the eye is just freaking sideways when it should be like flat on. So yeah, it's just little things that you have to kind of like look out for. I mean, you know, in animation it's really pretty bad because hey, like you know, in animation it probably wouldn't matter that much because like hey, you know, it's just several frames. It's much like a second, but we want that second to feel like a second and not like a bloody. How do we go about the nose here? Just like get that angle right, you know, get that angle right. And sometimes, you know, like tilting the canvas will help the result. See, just because like, you know, sideways is going maybe more easier for my arm. I don't know. Something along those lines. Yeah, whatever. Let's just draw the mouth right here. We will just put this one up here in between these two ish. And there we go. And such is the eyes. Oh Jesus, they're so unexpressive. I kinda like lost the left eye. Not like left eye, but like, you know, this eye. Yeah, it's the left eye. So I kind of lost it somewhere. I don't know. Look at that. Like we start off with a good one and then just erase to nothing. And you know, really, the 3D reference right now is just like making. It's not that bad. It's looking better. I might think that it's kind of starting to look better. Okay, so what the hell? However, yeah, as much as we love moving illustrations and stuff, we have to think about, oh my god, look at that eye. The eye's kind of squinting inside of it. Okay. Okay, we have to figure it out on our own. So that's not really hard because like you can just go this way, you can just go this way, and you cannot go wrong anyway. So yeah, it's something like that, and then I'll take that as something. Let me. It's good now. It's better. The ice is better, but to kind of like make it go away-ish. This one, this eye, I have a problem with this eye now, so I'm going to fix that real quick. See, like it's just weirdly tilted or something. I don't know. Like, could just get this eye straight. Kind of like that, ish. And kind of this. Let's get this one straight as well. He's not Asian after all, so it would be kind of better to. Yeah, look at that. Are they? Are they like a little bit off the charts here? Wait, where did I? What? Oh, I joined in the clothes. Okay, cool, I guess. Nice. Yeah, sometimes you just, you don't really want to, I mean, that was a good eye, but I want to draw it in here, not anywhere else. So, yeah. Ba 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 ba. Ba da ba ba. That's a weird eyebrow there, and yeah, so yeah, we're going through that, kind of that, thing like, hey, this is weird, this is not weird, let's go this way, and let's go this way, and just kind of like figuring it out, all of it. So yeah, let's just make it a little bigger, shall we? Like, that's a way too small eye for quite my taste. So I want it to be seen. Be feared. Not to be feared, but like to be quite seen at least. It's like, oh, he has eyes now. So like I don't want that thing to like, oh, eyes. And it's that. How will I go about this one? Jeez. This eye is just wrong on so many levels. You have to make sure that his eyes are good and consistent throughout. Again, he's not Chinese, so how do I make that not Chinese? Apparently that's my kind of curse here. To make everything Chinese. However, if we can possibly, we have to I hate it, but we have to kind of like edit this one out in there, and I have to edit this one. Oh god! So I like this and I like this, but however, like when you go into it, it should be this way, good, and then it should be this way, but at the same time, it doesn't feel exactly right. We are seeing pixels, goddamn. You have to look at it as a bigger picture always. Always look at it as a bigger picture because in the end, it's all it's gonna be. It's gonna be just a picture on the wall, and nobody is going to conceptualize it on that like smallest level possible. I mean, this is not bad. It's kind of like it's kind of like this and this. We can go with this, we can go with this and this and this also. That would be kind of cool, like imagine that. Kind of like you. That could be for female versions, I think. I don't know. because there's multiple ways to draw eyes, and it just is hard. It's like hard, but it's difficult at the same time. It's just difficult. We can just trace the OI and kind of like make it sure that it's good. How do? As the thing, like this part of the eye I kinda don't like. So I like the top part of the eye. The top part of the eye just slaps tremendously, but the bottom part of the eye does not. And I kinda cut it, so maybe it will now be good. Let me see it. Let me see it. How deep is your love? On the way more level. So let me just go ahead and just tilt it kind of like sideways, and I'll just put it in here. And you can see like it's not exactly where I need it to be. However, now this is something that I want to happen, so it's goodish. It's like, let's just take it a little bit apart. There we go. See? There you go. There you go. So we'll just run it one more time with this to make it like properly more, because just to make sure that everything is kind of consistent and good. And yeah, those are not by the way. These are eyelids. These things, these are eyelids. They're not eyebrows. These would be eyebrows. Because like we all have the eyelids, so kind of want to collate that in there. What is this? Abomination. Oh, it's kind of cool that they. That's weird. The eyebrows is kind of coming up and down and up and down. That's not the worst. It's not the worst. I think we're doing kind of good. We're doing kind of good. Oof, we're doing good today. And what is this? What is this here? What is this? We need just one. Pop. Okay, cool. I guess that's the one. Yeah, 4. Yeah, exactly. I know. Yeah, the eyes need to be a little better here. Because he's not like, I understand that he hasn't been like gotten to the point where his eyes could be did that way, but kind of trying to trace the other eyes. Just getting a little bit of it takes a long time. It takes a long time to be able to not like draw something like this, but to just kind of like think about all the possibilities, like, hey, this animation is this way, this way, this way, this way. If you want to make good animation, then you have to like kind of put your, like, you want it to be good, but it will never be as good as the studios make it, because the studios work on it. I mean, it will be as close as they can get it, so hey, it's gonna be good. Oh Jesus, it just zoomed it by a lot more than I wanted to, so hey. So which eyes are we now making sure? Because like, when something opens its eyes, okay, so we'll just draw this. On another one, let's just draw this. Let's just draw this. And let's just draw this. Let's just draw this. kind of like ish. Okay, so this is the way I'm doing it. Look at this. So, oh my god, if I play it, then you will see like it's almost like it's opening up. You know, it's like opening up. The thing is opening up, and this is kind of like what I want to achieve with this. It's like they will start in actually this position, right? This position, like oh, they're almost opened, but then they as they like look at you, like they will open up to this, something like this. So that's my actually at least like that's kind of like my my approach to that, and it's not that bad. I mean it's missing a few keyframes, but yeah, you kind of have to think about all the things, all the things. Never mind. Yeah, what the hell is it? What's going on here? So yeah, you're gonna have to think about all those things. So that's pretty much the basis of animation. Like, hey, we want something to look like it's opening up almost. But as the head turns, like his eyes will be squinted down because like his eyes are like looking at this thing in his hand, and they have to kind of like open up as the head turns. So, going to be funny. I probably should have stayed with the first iteration of eyes at the hang. God damn it. Because this looks like he's already looking at us, and that's not kind of good. It's not exactly what I need from this character to do. So what we're gonna do is just like make his eyes look a little more squint. That's kind of like the thing that we kind of want to do here. And yeah, ish, yeah. So you know, because he's looking at the thing, I don't want him to think like, oh, I'm looking at the thing. He's looking at the thing, so you have to make sure that he's looking at the thing. Boop. You know, and it's gonna be such as simple as like drawing a line over his thing. And then erasing several lines. So just go with 10. And here, see how that works. Now it looks like he's looking down, almost. However, this eye needs to be a little bit up. It has a weird shape. Honestly, this eye has this eye has a weirder shape than this one. Like this one has at least something, but this one has this and it has this, and it's weird because of this. And I mean, this one is not that like you can see it. You can see it has a very sleeker way of portraying that thing, and I don't really know what to do with it. Maybe making this eye a little bit like on an angle, a bit closer, a little bit bigger even. Let's try that. I mean, that kind of got it out of position now when I'm thinking about it. Because like you understand, like it's just like, hey, that would be cool as a blinking animation ish. It would just disappear for a second. But blinking animation is again like, so we want him to think like, oh, I'm looking down on this. So his eyes will be squinted because he's just like looking down. And that's our goal here. Yeah, that's pretty much our goal here. And I mean, he's going to look at us. He's going to, like, the eyes will kind of feel like they're looking at us, or like something like that. So, it's gonna be very interesting. How long are we here on the stream? We're like streaming for almost an hour now. And we're just doing the eyes, so that's cool. yeah, this eye really doesn't really sit well with me, because like something is up with it. I can't really like pinpoint what it is. I mean, I know what it's the it's the latter eyelid, but like, you know. God damn it. I guess it will work ish. No, this will work. I mean, but like Let me just delete the under the eye, the under eye, to the entire eye. Let's just draw. What is happening? Why am I drawing things in quotes? Why is it like a primary thing that always returns to? Where's this thing? Why can I not do this? Where is this? Is it in quotes? Yeah, it's right here. Jesus Christ, look at that. I don't understand what's happening here. So let's just not have quotes, shall we? Well, then, I guess. Okay, so what we want to hear is what we want to hear is the fact that, hey, he should be having the squinted eyes, very Asian looking. So we go ahead, we make sure that the eyes look the part. You know, dun, dun. That's kinda hard to do. Like the eyes are already. Hey, we could trace this one. Cool. We will trace this one. However, we will make it a lot more squinted. Like extremely squinted. Toot. We will trace the other eye here. And we think about like what is going on, because that's what we figured out with the other eyes. Okay, what's happening here? God, bloody damn it! Oh my gosh! It's kind of like I never like I had this you know, phase. This is why it should be, this animation should be done a long time ago, but I had this phase. It was like, oh no, what if it's not gonna be good enough? What if it's not gonna be, you know, great enough for my subscribers or for anybody really who's gonna see it? Like, I wanna get that like out of my system. Like these stories that I have, of course they need to get out. But like, will it be good enough? Will it be good enough? And like, I really doubted myself, like, oh, because like my drawing skills, they're not good. It's not good enough. But like the animation is that something is on the screen for a certain period of time. It's like not like a drawing that you can look at it for hours and hours, and you can spot all the, you know, mistakes there. You know, drawing is, the animation is not like that. You are not like in animation. You are not most likely to, you know, spot all the mistakes that go into like that specific drawing, because it's like only several frames on the screen. So I'm not saying that, oh, I'm not gonna like try and like now I'm just gonna freaking like, oh, just because you can see what is happening on the screen, I'm going to actually, you know, be lazy and be like, oh, I don't need to show this, and like I don't need to like work on this that hard. Of course, I'm going to work on each frame with the same amount of passion. I would love to do that, and yeah, ish. God damn it, this eye. I'm sorry to go that close, but sometimes, you know, you need to do stuff that you are not proud of, and the eye is looking kind of gibberish. It's not that bad, but it's not that squinted, and it's not like it works, but damn it! Oh, damn it! it's, you know, it's complicated. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it really do be complicated. But it's funny, like we need only to open it and, you know. Yeah. So, how long are we gonna do this for? Well, today we are just gonna do the eyes, you know, it's going to be, I kind of want to do the, you know, I have here 5 scenes that I want to go through. However, I think we need to work on the face here a lot more, so, you know what, let's just take this, and let's just, bloody hell, the clothes again. Let's make this smaller-ish, maybe, I don't know, like, you know, like this? Does that come closer? Yeah, it does. It does come closer to it, I believe. Okay, it's still not much, but it's as close as we can get here. And there we go. Make it a little bit more prominent here. Just to, you know, like, hey, these are the eyes of the first kind of guy-ish. I don't know. The second picture is like this. Just really open. This one doesn't have a mouth. This one has only mouth. And this one is just finished. This all finished. I mean, it's not gonna be that. Yeah, pretty much. You know, the eyes. There's not much that goes into eyes. Not much more. And this face kind of finished. All of this kind of face, because I don't want to really like go down into way too much details, because anyway you're gonna like watch it at this kind of this blue rectangle kind of thing, so it's not that much of a close up. Okay. So it's gonna be interesting to see. Okay. Now we have to kind of go through the eyes. All the eyes, we fix the eyes. We go through the clothes gesture, and then we go and move to another scene and make that one as good as this one, or like make it sketch it out really nicely. So yeah, that's the point here. Like, what is the final version of the sketch? You know, really, what I'm trying to do here is this. So yeah, that's what we are gonna happen for these 5 scenes. We are going to just explore the final sketch, how the animation will look really in the final. So the eyes, again, this is gonna be literally there for only a second, so I don't know. My goodness, why does it go back to clothes? Just why? Why are you doing this? Okay, let me just scroll into this. Free transform. You can do free transform. I haven't used that thing in a while, but we can do that to make it look a little more squinted, like still. Look at that. Now it has a. And it has kind of like a progression, right? It's like oh, I open the eyes, and these eyes are next eyes, and you know, whatever. These eyes can be like a little bit more, yeah. So yeah, free transform and all these things like they can help you to be what you kind of want to be. So I'm not going to take that away from them. It cancel. I mean, I think they need to be better oriented. These ones, like already like this, you know, like they're way too like, hey, I'm just like ish, something like this, you know. So I guess look at that, like ba 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 ba. Oh my god, they need to finish the eyes on every single one. However, this was good. I like that that kind of worked out. You know, so sure. If we would have, you know, next time we're going to when we're going through the line art, we're going to actually use the adjustment lines and all the other lines, and it's going to be maybe looking better. line art should be looking really crisp, really nice, really beautiful. So we'll see how that will go. However, now we cannot like I know how I see it in my head, and so far it looks nothing like it, but we're getting there. We're getting there. It's a process. You have to trust the process and live stream the process on YouTube because apparently that kind of keeps me engaged with the people. Not only with the people, but like that kind of keeps me like motivated. Like I have this process here, and you can kind of watch it. And really, because like normally I would rather like play games. I would rather listen to music. I would rather do whatever else than doing this. But now that I can stream, and I hope audio quality is good. I can actually make sure that hey, this guy is gonna do this, and he's going to do it. Like on the end of the stream, however many hours it is, it's going to be, it's gonna be good. So let me just go ahead into the third. Let me loop it in. Okay, cool. That's not that bad, is it? Like we don't have anything in here. We kind of have to, make a eyebrows here. The eyebrows are going to be very specific to make. Oh, look at that! Would you look at that? Oh goodness! Yeah, but like, can you see the this thing? This thing needs to be a little bit lower. Oh my goodness! Sometimes we get lost, and sometimes we just want to be free or something. There you go. So, that kind of looks good, honestly. I'm gonna keep that. However, what was the... Yeah, there it is. One. So, we're going to, keep this. I feel like this thing, this eye, is not doing its job of being an eye. If you know what I mean. Like, it's not as much of an eye. It's more of a, this eye again, like, is not doing much of that job too, but... So how? How are we gonna go against this one? I'm going to draw it like this. I'm gonna just make it, kind of like more profound. However, I am going to make this and in my own way, so just to speak like this, and just to speak like this, and like this. Yes! Very well done, look at that, very well executed. And, there we go, something like this, something like this, really. Not that, yeah. So, 1, 2, okay, reconnection successful. Alright. Yeah, sometimes the internet goes boom. And I want to go and do a full chunk of things. However, now today it's just the face is such a matter, especially the eye. The eye needs to be so expressive and so nice. This will do. Apparently, this will do for the animation. However, can I keep them? Are they not too Asian looking? Are they good? I don't know. Because I'm not here just trying to make anime or anything. I'm trying to make a good story here, really, and the design of the eyes kind of really comes to. These ones have to kind of look very sharp because he's like kind of looking down. That's the kind of point here. So, yeah. Then the eyes. Oh, these eyes. Honestly, let's just trace these ones, right? So they do feel like they're not being loved. They are not being loved enough. And sometimes you just kind of find the shape in the eyes or like whatever, and it's kind of like it's really simplistic, guys. You know, like I'm just drawing a circle, then I'm just connecting that circle with the edges, and I'm just adding 2 lines for the thing. And I'm trying to just like, okay, will that work? Will that work? I don't know. But I'm going with it, you know, again and again, and we'll see how it goes, because it's nice enough, it's simple enough, you know. It's not like, oh, the studio's kind of like thought about, oh, all these wrinkles the characters have and all these other things the characters have. I'm just over here just trying to get it simply, matter of the things, and we'll see where it goes from there, you know. So yeah, that's kind of the thing here. And once again, ish like this. Also the eyelids and like the basic things, you know. So not really that much. And 3. Oh, this one. Okay, cool. 2, 2, 2, 2. Because yeah, it needs to be like all over the eye. I guess this is good. Yeah, this could be good. I mean, it's not that much of a deal anyway. Yeah, this one. Maybe this one. This line. I kind of really am feeling it. So let's go. Toot. Toot 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 toot. Yeah. Toot toot toot. We're stuck in the same problem we had. Actually, no. Actually, it's kind of good. Let me see it. This eye is way too big. Look at that. Yeah, that tends to happen. And oh, am I still in the clothes? God damn it. What's happening? Let's just kind of put it down and put it like something like this, maybe ish. Let's put it closer. Like this. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that can be good. This one is, for example, higher. So we're going to think about the hierarchy of the eyes. And it's also big, so we'll just make it smaller. And let's just something like that. I mean, it's obviously higher still, but it has to be underlined. So at least they are consistent, you know, like hey. Yeah, they're consistent. I like it. Yeah, they're consistent. They're opening up very, very slowly, but when they do, that's what's gonna happen. This one. Shoot. He's not smiling. He's very being serious. Yeah, that's a great one. Let's just go ahead and just keep that one. And yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, and we all have to kind of like figure out our own ways of how to do stuff. And here we want to once again show the so yeah, this is like the hybrid between these two eyes. The eyes. True, it's not gonna be that good animation. I don't tend to like, and this is like the first animation that we're gonna pop off. However, I want it to kind of like look like something, so it's gonna be good. It has to be good. It has to be good. We will just rinse it through the process so many times. It comes out great in the end. I hope it will. You know, and we have to kind of like open. Okay, let me just tilt the canvas in the other side actually. So, you know, because like sometimes, you know, you do the strokes, and sometimes it's better to make them like so. And yeah, you know, honestly, I think we can trace the eyes, but that's cheating in art. Okay, I guess. Okay, this is gonna be very very unpleasant for y'all. But I need to have the precision here, so give me the precision, like, so zoom in extremely into the pixels, Yeah, this could be like, sometimes, I think I thought about like, oh, what category this should be like. It should be like learning, should it be entertaining, or should it be like freaking gaming? And I'm thinking like, I should put these into gaming because obviously we're playing Minecraft at this point. Okay, alright, alright, okay. Let me just go over them once again because why not? Up. Go over the lines to make them darker. To make them pop more, We need to pop more. We need some popping to be done here. To be done. So yeah. Because I wasn't really sure, like, oh goodness, like, oh, I have all these stories, and how will I ever be able to make them turn into reality? And then that's when it kind of hit me, like, oh, I can make them into animation. However, animation now, when I'm thinking about it, it's kind of hard. It is. So let me see it. Oh wow, that's not bad. Look at that. Look at this face. It's, let me just loop it in there. Ba, 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 ba. Not bad. I think it's more expressive. It's better. If you just look at it from this angle, this far away, you would be like, okay, that's kind of cool. It's kind of great. However, this mouth kind of thing, I don't like it exactly. So what we can do here even more is that we can take this eyes and make them make it transform. But how? Actually, let's take the face. Let's do free transform. And what free transform does is that we can move it away. We can kind of move it in the direction of the deer. Kind of like, oh, he's looking down. This is looking like, oh, he's a little looking down here. He's really looking down upon his, thing. Kind of like this, like, oh. Kind of like this. Yes, look at that. It's kind of like perfect, almost. I mean, is it not? Let me try that. Okay, let me just try that. God damn it, it's hard. So he's looking down. Oh, that skips a beat. I mean, it's not that bad, but hey, it skips something. It skips a beat, and it's not good. Because we want to have a smoother and beautiful animation. So what's happening here? What's exactly happening here? Sometimes it does skip a beat. I mean, why? What's going on? Hey, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Did I like pushed it way too far away? Maybe. Look at that. Maybe I pushed it far away. There you go. See, this is the one. Ish. And still, it's better. It hits something. His face is so distorted. Like, But it's a nice one. I mean, I think I just like kind of pop this, because the farther away you pop this, like the scenes, individual scenes, then you can get. And you can get a lot more things, so you have to kind of play around with it. See that? Like, this is way too fast, for example. I want him to kind of like study the thing, and then can go out there, like, huh. And then, kind of like that, yeah. I like that. Let's just put this over here. Let's put this over here. pop this over here. Because we want to kind of linger on this one, but not too long. What is going on here? I don't know. However, like, even if I just... Oh, those are clothes! Oh, no way. No way. Oh my fucking god. I'm in the clothes and I'm like thinking, why is it not working? Because it's clothes. Oh my god. I was meant to go into the face of the thing. My goodness, why is it not in the face already? So, the face can look like this. And that's not bad, but not good either. Let's go ahead and just kind of readjust some things here. And in the face, we can see this. Up. Maybe if we pull this. Yeah, there you go, see? Ah! Ha ha ha! We're working something out here. Dude, that's really smooth. That's really good. Can we just get rid of the clothes right now? That's good. I think that's good. That's kind of good. It's kind of like good speed. It has a good speed. It has everything. It's kind of behind it, honestly. You know, and then you have to kind of like rewatch it a million times to see that if it's good. But I think this is kind of great. Yeah, we did a good job. The head, it feels, you know, like it's actually looking up. However, what I see when it drops back to the first frame, it's kind of like, oh, closer, the eyes are closer together. It's kind of weird, but hey, it's something that, hey, can deal with it. Because, you know, just this is going to be the motion you're gonna see in this, like, not over and over again, but it's going to be like this motion, and then it will stop, and then the next scene is gonna play. So I think for this motion, I think we're done here. For this scene, we're done here. Yeah. However, it would be nice if we just could get it like. See, it's gonna be like hop. It's gonna be like a little bit longer in here, and then it's gonna be like whoa. Yeah, so that's something that I have to work on. Still, like, you know, like, that's kind of like the thing. Like, okay, he sees the thing and then he kind of like pulls his head up. Like, hell, what the hell is that? Anyway, we worked on the face, we worked on the clothes, which are honestly kind of good. Now if we just close the face, close the 3D reference, close the gesture, everything, just like, huh? Yeah, just got like questionable things happening in his mind. So yeah, this is going to be the base of the thing. Gesture, all the way up to gesture. So scene 2. Video reference. Pose we have, and the pose kind of goes up here. Oh. There we go. Something's wrong here. Do 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 do. 1, 2, 2. So without the 3D reference here, it feels almost like the guy is kind of like trying to crush something in his hand. And that's the point of this. Like, he's crushing the L because he's not gonna take the L. Is it good? I think it's kind of good. So, you know, I don't know how many seconds will be in the animation, honestly, because I don't know if you can like pull this out more, because I would have to like make it. I don't know. So let's just go and do what we did here in the previous one, to kind of get to this level of sketching. So we just draw the gesture, the close, the face. That's pretty much it. So, so what he's going to have, gesture is here. Is that gesture? Gesture we already have. Gesture we already have, and closure we already have too, right? Oh, we have kind of like a, yeah, we have a, yeah, that's cool. Phase we already have. Yes, we do. Look at that. That kind of looks good, you know. So, you know, the gesture was, if you just kind of like replay it, I mean, it's kind of like makes sense, right? Because it's like, yeah, he's crashing the L because he doesn't want to have it. He's not gonna take the L. And next scene, for example, he's gonna throw it away like a bloody. It's simple. It's simple. It's not much. In the next scene, he's going to just like swing at the person who gave him the L. the frick! Oh my God! There's something happening here. I just have to make sure that doesn't happen. And the next scene, the person who he swings from, this is going to be the arm, is going to just kind of grab his arm and look at him like, why I have, like, you have fucked up because you swung at me. You didn't have to do that. So yeah, this is going to be like a kind of like a very interesting story. I think of finding self-worth, and like, you know, if somebody just gives you well, you don't take that. Okay, yeah, and it's the only thing. Okay, so we are like 1 hour and a half in this mess, and maybe today we could finish these scenes. So since again we have something done, it's not much, but it's nice, I think. For the face, how do we go about the face? I think that's the thing, because like we don't need the face there, you know. And I don't want to get just like one expression. And I kind of want him to be angry. So what do we do? Like, head doesn't move, so we need to make his eyes squint again. Cause like from full eyes to little eyes, just like in anger. That could be kind of fun to kind of animate within these 24 frames, 10 frames basically, in 10 frames. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. Yeah. So yeah, slow in, slow out. I mean, it feels like I read or like saw all the videos on animation, but I have, and I feel like I can apply them here, but will it look good? That's the final question. That's the question that bothers me the most. Like, oh, would it look good? I don't know. Jeez. Okay, so let's go. Let's continue on our journey here. I'm just gonna check the phone for a second, you know, because so he is crushing the thing. That's it. Then what the hell is going on with the face here? The face has nothing here. The pose is good. Video reference is good. Gesture is good. However, even the shirt is good because like it's kind of simplistic and it doesn't really need to be that big of a deal. The trousers, the bottom part doesn't need to be that, you know. Oh, this is good. This kind of feels good. Of course, there's going to be hair. There's going to be a mess. There's going to be, you know. So, it's kind of fast, don't you think? It's the speed I set for it, but still, kind of feels hard. It feels hard, fast. Goddamn, my brain. Okay, so how do we go about this? We pop the bloody, you know, this thing, and we think about how do we go about this. So we add this thing in here. Yes, very much so. We add one face in it. Okay, let's just add 3 or 4. Let's just add first 3. So what's gonna happen here is that his eyes are going to squint a little. That's what I want to do. However, again, it's just so far away that details are not important. Like, we don't have to make the eyes this good looking ish, you know. And you know, we have to indeed we have to kind of like focus on the bigger picture here. So the squint, how does it work? So you know, you make this, you make this smaller thing, and then we make the smallest thing. So that's kind of pretty much how it works, right? Just zoom. No, not exactly. Not exactly how it looks. That's just shortening, or like not shortening, but like that's like making it smaller. That's not what we want. We want to make it squint, which means we need a specific, you know, shape to do that. So you know, like if we have this, then imagine we have this, you know, just like you know, this. And then we have like freaking this, for example. That is squinting, and we can squint it somewhere here. Just gonna, you know, just like to do, you know, look at that. Without these things, it would look like this. See, that's kind of good. Because if I put it way too close together, it's way too fast. Okay, we didn't even see. If I put this one 5. This one like 7 or so. The further apart it is, the slower it is. But also, the more frames, you know, the further apart of this, it also is slower. Like about 7. Okay, just like two. You know, so yeah, that will do it. And one in between, like here, for example. So between like, you know, this thing and this thing, this thing and this thing, there's going to be one more in between. So you know, we just pop this thing, and you know, we see that well, what do we do in between these and these? We do what we do best, which means we make another in between. So how do we make in betweens? Well, that's interesting. We have to kind of like make it in between. Simple as that. I mean, obviously it goes way too much. I don't know really will go way too much in detail. And honestly, like, you know, now when we play it, it feels like, oh, this thing is working. This thing is closing and opening like a bloody eye, you know, or like in any other part of your body. I don't know. But yeah, it's more believable, you know. So we'll add something in between. So that's how in-betweens kind of pretty much work for me, and that's something that we wanna do. So, however, we don't want them to close entirely, which means what we want them to do is just to, you know, like do this, and then this one. We don't want this one, and the reason we don't want that one is because, well, we don't want that. It's just that. And you know, we just want basically this thing, like, you know, and that's now that looks like a squint, like, you know, he had open eyes, but now he's angry. You know, if we just added the pupils and all that stuff, which we can, obviously, like, let me just add this here, add this in here, like, it's fun. It's only fun, you know. It's just it's about, you know, experimentation of what you can do and what you can't do, and really, like, you know, with some angry eyebrows. Let's just try that, huh? It's gonna be so weird. See? It's not much, but hey, if we just, you know, go for see? Kind of like that. So this is what we kind of want to achieve here. You know, sometimes, you know, we have to test things out. So we're going to just delete the entire image folder. Yes. So now we know how to kind of go around it. So now the face, you have to draw it on the face. That's it. That's literally it. However, the eyes are squid. You won't see the whole, as somebody who has eyes, it can confirm that you will never see this. You will always see a version of this. Kind of like, you will never, like, the only way you can see this is just like, well, you can never see the whole eye, because like, the whole eye has a whole bunch of things, and it's really disgusting. However, you will see a version of the eye. You will never see the whole eye. You will see only the closed-ish eye. So that's kind of the thing. That's what we're gonna freaking focus on here. And you will never see the whole eye, because the whole eye is just pretty much where you can find it. It reminds me of Red Rush, Jesus, from Invincible. He just got his skull cracked, and as his skull cracked, his eye kind of popped out, and that's kind of disgusting. So that's the greatest animation I've ever seen here. Okay, so anyway, let's go and let's start out with a blank face, with a blatant face, with the first ever thing. So, as a first thing, you have to come closer there, and like, hey, there you go. There we have our thing. The nose will be like this. Just basically a little thing, and eyes, of course, the eyes. The eyes are what's gonna happen. So, up. Yeah, I mean, honestly, we can just go for any eyes here, because like, some people like to draw eyes like this really big anime, and you're like, yay, That could be kind of work. That could kind of work, honestly. Like they most likely do this, and then it's like it's just like that, like this big anime eyes. There's like a multitude of ways how to draw eyes. Like for example, there's these things, but like there's like there's like very specific kind of eyes that I want to go into, like that I may or may not use. It's very kawaii eyes, kind of like that you can see on the characters. Like they have this pupil always, this big ass pupil there, with a highlighter of sorts. I don't know, but like it's almost like a like this almost like almost like a bloody, I don't know. But it's very cute, it's very nice in anime or whatnot, gives them, that's the cute. However, this guy is not supposed to be cute, he's supposed to be real, or ish, ish. So, what do we do with his eyes? We can Interesting stuff. There you go. I do hope that audio is good, because if it ain't, then I have a serious problem here. Anyway, it should be, because like I said like, I toyed with it yesterday all day almost. So what's the time? 1:40. Okay, let's just create these things. I'm hungry. Jesus. That's why I'm not really making any progress here. So what we want here is that he has eyes. His eyes are going to squint, which means like he's just going to have these eyes. They're going to go in the lower. So how do we go about it? We can add to him small eyes, kind of like this. Yeah, like we can have a design of the eyes. But that's still too big, I think. You know, kind of like. Jeez, where's the eyes? Oh, come on. Man, this is hard. Something along these lines, maybe. Is it not too big? Yes, they're definitely too big and too scary for small children, so I just added them like so. I'll just edit them a little, you know, just not that much, but yeah, we'll edit them a little to feel less less bigness in their eyes, and just be like, oh, those are actual eyes. Let me just put this one a little bit down. Or am I with this, the other one? And there we go. So, you know, simple eyes because, well, we are simple. And we don't deserve to, you know, overwork ourselves here. You know, always animation or in drawing, like, work smart, not hard, you know. I mean, sometimes it requires certain things, but yeah. So basically okay, so hey, let me have it this way. Let me show you what I've been doing here, and what is the point of this animation or this thing. So I'm really hoping if we just open up the map, right? Just open him up, and you see he is amazing. He's great. He's amazing. This is great. However, it started out like a you know, key light and ambient light and, you know, no shadows. So this is the base of him. You know, he is, you know, he's looking 2D. He's not looking very well. He's not looking very good. So this is how it's in the end is gonna look like my animation. You know, like I will color it in. I will do this, but then we will do the rendering, which is like adding shadows, adding ambient light that make shadows pop, make the key light pop, and make the secondary light, which is not really seen, but like you can see the like red on, you know, like kind of like a glow from the wings. So yeah, I mean, in the last live stream, I don't know if you caught all the things that I've talked about. I should be making stream highlights really, because this was kind of cool, and yeah, it went through the process. So this is the desired outcome, so to speak. The desired outcome. Very proud of this one, and this character is just going to have his own animatics, and yeah, it's gonna be very cool. Okay, so but first things first, let's just focus on these scenes, my boy. And yeah, so we have added to him eyes that are way too big for some reason. See, like you come back to it, you think, oh, those are way too big, my man. Those are way too far apart. Those are way too, you know. So we add another keyframe here, and like, oh, well, why? And I really want to really the squid, but they're already kind of closed, and it's gonna be hard. Interesting. A co?
Změnil jsi něče? Či nič?
Či to?
Či jsi něco změnil?
Hej, should be, I didn't mind.
Takže nič.
Nič.
No.
Get out.
Čo?
Nič, get out.
To sa tam neriešime, chápeš? Že OK, odídeš od problému. Chápeš, ty potrebuješ riešiť teraz.
well, just about that. Okay, yeah, let's just continue. So, we will go ahead and make the eyes squint a little. That's the thing, like, I only squinted a lot, so maybe we should just, like, maybe we should just do this, and this, and this, and this. Obviously this and this as well, because like his face isn't going to change that much, but what I want his eyes to do is to squint themselves. It should be like free rotation, free transform, so all out for you, young. Watch that butcher burn. Yeah, like that, that's gonna be the first in between, and like oh, it's meant to do this on 5. I mean, it kind of works. Yeah, sometimes you don't have to like make a lot of things. Just have to do the right things. So see that kind of works. That works. Only like one. Yeah, there it is. There we go. Alright, sorry about that. Now I'm thinking about it, on this screen we could get like A, B, right back or something like that. It would be kinda cool. Okay, however, yeah, we wanna display the thing and we wanna be done. So hey, we did what we did. We did what we could here. Look at that. Just simple things, simple stuff. He just squints his eyes a little. That's all it takes. Literally. To make it a little bit better. Yeah, that's kind of that. So that's that, and that's nice. So yeah, it's gonna make it a little bit more, cause like if we had like one face, it would be very not very motion wise. So hey, so that's like the face. That's the closest. Even the thing. Even the thing in here, right? Gesture and face, and yeah, that's it, right? It's a gesture, face, clothes. That's it. Next scene. Oof, this is gonna be a very interesting one, to say the least. Because we have to think about how does these things work. Okay, we have just pose, and now here you can really see the process here. Like, let's go with 3 down. And because we've been streaming for almost 2 hours, and I don't want it to be like maybe more than 2 hours. I mean, 2 hours is like maybe 2.5 hours. I don't know. I need to eat too, so I'll be ending the stream and stuff. So we have 3 poses. we need to know. Okay, let's just get into the, we are going to just put some folders here, and this is going to be a 3D reference folder where we just jump this thing inside of it, and then we have that. Then we are going to add another folder and yet another folder. However, like, we are going to go back as to what we did. So we have pose and face. So edit pose. Oh, it always ends up like that. I always make the O big, even though I don't mean to. So let's suppose this is gonna be folder face. And we're gonna create all the close and gesture. That's it. So that's it. Close and gesture. That's the way I do it. Close and gesture. Cool. So these are going to be clothes and gesture. Which, I mean, gesture doesn't really need to happen now. We don't really have a gesture, but maybe some arms. I don't know. We really have a gesture. He's just throwing this thing away. That's that. Okay, so after we have all the folders, we can start to fill them up with animation folders and with all the good stuff, I guess. So we have animation folders, and we have like, okay, this is animation folder, this is going to be pose, face, clothes, and gesture. So here we go, one here, one here, one here, and one here. Those are going to be the folders, animation folders that we are going to make it. It's not normal, usually I don't do this, but hey, let's just get that out of the pad. So it's like we're working on the problem like face, or we have to put another animation folder. The animation folder is already there, so we can work on straight up scenes, so frames. So the pose is visible, not visible. I don't know, the pose is basically what is happening here. So we will just take that and we will take that and pose folder one. Okay, so first view, first one, then 4, next one, and that's it. So now we just draw around it in a very specific way. So basically we take the mechanical pencil, we take the color wheel. Can I take this color? If I can take this color, it will become cool. And this color, yes, that will become cool, thank you. And we go back to the third scene, and we are going here, and we are going to take the 6 around the 6 big thing, and we are going to draw around the character basically. It's going to be our maybe small 4. Yeah, 4 will be good. So orange to see the character, and to kind of like, so we just draw around him, because like that's not, yeah, we trace him. We do. We trace him. We bloody trace him. That's right. That's right, because we have to kind of trace him, because like, as I said last stream, I'm not very good at like characters, like like the poses and stuff. And if we have something like this tool, this very neat tool, why should I improve and like look for it myself? No, there's always a reason, I know, but this kind of helps me to keep the things real, at least from some sort of perspective. So hey, here we go. So what for you yearn? Watch that butcher burn. So yeah, we just pretty much trace the whole thing in a very loose manner. Each scene, you want to get down the movement and the things. For example, this shot is even bigger, so the face is not going to be that visible once again. Maybe it's going to be like squinted. I have no idea what to do with the face. But yeah, we are just thinking about all these different things as we are just drawing out. Yeah, and once again, I am very sorry about. Well, not sorry, but I am very conflicted about my animation skills, because well, animation does take a lot, and I cannot really put a lot in one frame. So once again, stabilization here to make my strokes kind of better, or something like that. And let's go. Let's just get it. Oh, and we are going to also, basically we need a replica of this character, because this is just a kind of like a shorthand for an animation. Animation will be hand drawn and all that, but like we want this thing to look like a human, so that's why I'm drawing off of the mannequin here, and that's not really a bad thing. So okay, so this is gonna be very tough, but let's just keep it as a fist. Let's just not go into more details here. So it's just going to be like, oh, this is that, and right now we're going down here, and right now we can see it like, oh, this is here, so I will just draw. Yeah, exactly. This is exactly what it is. Draw it again. All those beautiful details, all those beautiful things. Yeah, and then we can see finally that, oh, this is interesting. Yeah, sadly, I mean, there's a way, I'm pretty sure there's a way to do stuff other than doing things. I'm sorry, I should be commentating over, however, I'm not really sure here. Oh, what for you? I really want to make sure that everything's going cool. It is probably a sketch. It is just a sketch, and we're going to be in the sketching phase quite a lot these days, because we're going to be sketching so many scenes, and we have so many scenes left to go, and yeah, it's going to be very cool. So very crazy as well, and yeah. So far like that. I don't want to waste time on these. This is a sketch. Although it is helpful that we're going to be precise here, but you don't need to be precise, to the point where it's just precision. You just think. We're going to loosely trace this mannequin. We're going to very tactfully and very accurately and very loosely trace this guy. Yeah, we want to it's something different. So yeah, while we want to trace the guy, while we are tracing the guy, we want to make sure that his proportions, his things is good. So yeah, it's not about loosely tracing him. It's about precisely tracing him, but also with the knowledge that interesting. So we just go down here, we go down this man's hips, and once again we just keep it as a shape. I'm not going down there, and I'm not trying to. We just leave that to gesture. There you go. we're just loosely tracing him, loosely and very precisely, and we're doing a good job of it, I think. So down to this thing, because that's where the frame ends. So yeah. So I present you the next keyframe, and then the third keyframe, obviously. So this is it. Like, we are just gonna trace the keyframes, and then we're just gonna figure out how does each keyframe work, and how can we kind of like make in-betweens based on keyframes. And in-betweens are really kind of easy, because like you just trace the last thing. Basically, you just trace the hand and you put it a little lower, a little lower, a little lower until you'll see the process. So this is like, oh, I'm gonna trace these because like I will not be showing the 3D figure. It's just gonna be this thing, basically. So yeah, it's just gonna be like, ooh, you see? It's a hinge motion. So yeah, it's oh, we haven't. Oh no, we have not finished his neck. Oh god, the sin of the worst things. But yeah, just gonna pretty much get the silhouette down and out. Maybe we can get the indication that it's the face. Let's not really overcomplicate it. Let's just, but then you can see like, oh, when you draw, you saw it right there. If I just do this, you're like, oh, I know, like now it just used to be here, and now it's here, and I just have to like kind of go in between these two. So it's going to be very interesting to see, So yeah. So this is going to be very good help with in-betweening. Again, this goes here, this goes here. Okay, the arm goes kind of like here somewhere, and it's as it kind of keeps the momentum going, and kind of moves in a very kind of like this fashion. So in a very nice arc. So just kind of like keep that in mind. It's like, okay, like the arm must go like somewhere in here now, and it's pretty much that. So and it's so fast. The movement is quite fast, so the humans, people will not be able to register that fully, so that's going to be a really big addition to us. So even if we just put one in between, I think it's going to be enough. We don't need more than to have it that smooth, like smoothness over things. So yeah, definitely that. We're just gonna create the third scene. As much as I would love to finish all 5 today, to get them into that sketching phase and then move on maybe to the next 5, that'd be kind of cool, because that'd be kind of cool, honestly. I might do that. Yeah, I will do that, but like maybe throughout the day, maybe after lunch or like something else. Wait, what's the time even? 11:49. Okay, cool. Maybe I will have another stream where I just finish these 5. Get the poses down, get the in-betweens there, get whatever they need, basically, and then we can move the next stream on to something else. Not like something else, but like on the next scenes that But that's basically from this scene on. It's just these mannequins, So those 2 scenes were like, okay, this was like, okay, kind of like started up because I kind of started it. And I kind of wanted to figure out my workflow here in animation, and and that's kind of like that. So yeah, animation is hard still. Like if you look into like the things that I look up on is, for example, as I said, the last stream was Klaus, and whatever they'll think. And I mean, like, animation is very crazy and very beautiful, it can be. And yeah, I have stuff to tell and show, and it's no longer about, hey, I just can, like, I can just freaking edit these edits into, like, Marvel and League of Legends, because, like, League of Legends no longer has, the story that I'm trying to tell. So here I am, trying to make my own stories, trying to take my own shots, and doing what I do best, So learning new things and going down the rabbit hole of creation, and it's that. So we're just going to loosely trace his hands here, just to get that in the shot, I think. Then it's follow the gesture mostly, so it doesn't really affect anything, because look at that, like it doesn't really affect the main motion, but it's still kind of like important of a storytelling concept of like, hey, he has a hand now, or something like that. I don't know. Just basically, it's gonna be like a guidance. We will not see this in the finalized project. This is like help me to, hey, get the shapes down, get the things down, get this down, get this down, and then we just close this and we close the 3D reference. You can see it indeed works ish. Well, ish, because that I didn't see that one coming. But he doesn't have an arm, apparently, so an arm, a head. So we're just gonna loosely trace it again, okay? No need to freaking rush, here, and it's good. So, and maybe something like that. Could that work? So yeah, basically you get the three main components here, and that being, the three main key poses of the movement. And then what? Oh, Jesus. We're gonna get rid of this shady one. Just see how it flows. It's not bad. Not bad. However, yeah, it definitely is feeling a little bit, maybe tiny bit robotic. It's maybe just me. Of course it's robotic. We need some in-betweens in there. I say AP. So, as far as it goes. Okay, so in-betweens, huh? Let's just close this up. Let's just add another one somewhere around here, let's say. And in-betweens are created again with the fact that we need to trace many things. Let me just trace this hand first. Let me just have it positioned in the right position. So the point is for this hand to sit at this angle or so. So that's what we have to do. So go down here, go down here, go down here. I mean, alternatively, we could basically, we could also, get another mannequin and just do that. But that's not really what we're about. And it's good. Some people do. If you want to go the long way, that's all right with me. If you want to be like, we need to get another mannequin. That's all right. I mean, if you want to get another mannequin, do that. But it's important to kind of keep yourself on the move. That would be a waste of time to import another mannequin when you can just draw constantly. So that's kind of my view on it. I don't know. So let's just take this and let's just angle it in a way we are feeling it's good. And it's just this. And yes, that's good. It's kind of great, honestly. So let's say okay. Let's clean it up a little because it's it's kind of messy here. So yeah, this could be the arm, and as you can see, turn. It kind of works, honestly. I think. Yeah, it really does, doesn't it? Yeah. It does. So that's the thing, and once again we are going to it's an in between, so we don't have to kind of worry about where does this go? Where does this go? Where does this go? It's an in-between. Yeah, no, don't worry about it. It's an in-between. It happens. So, the main point was that arm, to get that arm down. And now we just can trace the entirety of the body because, you know, that kind of makes sense. Yeah, in each shot, basically, or like, you know, if you want to make an in-between, you gotta trace all the body. I mean, I technically could have a background image of this character. Like, you know, I can just, you know, draw this character once, and he can be like one solid thing in the background, but that's not really what animation is to me, so I really wanna go through the thing, so, you know, and sometimes it takes a lot of time to go through the thing and to really figure out what's going on here, so, yeah. You can just do this, you do this-ish, because, you know, like, if you think about it, kind of goes like that. We don't want to be wrong in here, in this house, so kind of like that, and you gotta think about, oh, how does this part of the body now work, and how does this work? But, you know, eventually we'll figure out everything. As long as we work, as long as we do what needs to be done, you know, which is ultimately to, well, just make your dreams come true. As one wise man said one day. And this is what I'm doing, you know. This is what I am about. And my dreams will not be just dreams. And when they are, you know, real, they're out there on YouTube or something, people will see it and people will be like, oh, this guy has some very good things, and you just, you know, maybe then I can, I don't know, feel absolute. Feel good, you know. That kind of makes me feel good. A little bit of a acknowledgement that, hey, this guy's up to something good. And, you know, obviously I want to bring people into those stories that I have, and like tell them, hey, this is kind of like something that I made. Which is like, how is it? What do you think about it? How, you know, does it make you feel sad? Does it make you feel what I want you to feel, you know? So, yeah, it's important, you know. I could make a book about it, definitely, but that's not as fun as making a comic book, you know. So let me just see the 3D reference here, and let me just, you know, like, do. Oh, do you see that? Do you see that, my friends? There's another thing here, but hey, honestly, I think it's kind of moving, you know? See that? See it moving? It's kind of moving. Let's see the hand moving in a great, like, it's moving very good, you know? Like, it feels like it should be there. It should have been there, you know? You know. And it's just about thinking about it, you know? It's about thinking, and it's in between. It's putting in between the motions, you know? Because, like, yeah, you can see my camera. I could potentially pull up, but not really. So yeah, now we are going to make this scene, and I think we need one more because it's still kind of like, it's nice, and then it jumps, and as much as it's nice, I don't want it to jump. I don't want it to jump, right? It's just kind of weird. Huh. If I use the motion, oh my goodness, look at that. What is this? Whatever, that would be covered up with this t-shirt, I don't know. But hey, it's getting really thin out there. Okay, so we need one more thing here, and between this and this. So let me just, between this and this, yes, exactly. So let me interesting. Yeah, it's about, you know, because he's kind of like letting it go. And I mean, if I go ahead and add speed lines in here, I mean, apparently we're not gonna do So if I just add, you know, if I just trace this hand, let's say, trace this hand very loosely. Well, like I will trace the hand, but like I will trace it like with a I don't know. I kind of want to add motion blur there, you know, because like it's so fast you can't even see it. So I don't know, kind of like. And this, if I put this in the right angle, which is once again, I'll put it over here, where this thing should be, you can kind of make sense of it, right? Let's try it. Let's we can try it in like. Oh, that's interesting. Look at that. I don't know. I do not know. Let's just try it with the. Okay. The obvious problem here is the lack of the things here, and yeah. So it's interesting to think about. Oh, this is just a very speedy movement, but he blinks, so I don't really think about it anymore. Like, it's a good idea. Good idea, as always. But however, I don't think it will be well executed, so I kind of want to avoid bad execution, so hey. So what do we now trace here? We have to trace the body here, and we have to kind of like pull it down. I kind of want to trace the entire from down here to down here. Let's just trace this hand, because it kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense to trace the hand. Let's kind of edit this whole part. It's about like working with what you already had. Kind of like edit it. Let's put it down over here. Yes. See? There you go. Something along these lines, because like or we can just really trace it. And again, this thing just like let's say we want to just trace this guy, because after all it's after this one, so how do we go about this one? So we go about him in a way that we all understand, we all know. We are going around him in the way very much understandable to humans. So go ahead and let me just angle this and really let me just get a new angle in here. There you go, see? This is the angle we want. Okay. However, this arm has to go on another angle, which is kind of like this, almost here. Like, oh, he's throwing it away. So yeah, we kind of need a little bit of a was some sunshine. Okay, cool. So now we just have to edit it in a way that kind of freaking makes sense. So hey, let's join this with this one, and that's pretty much it, I guess. Yeah, I guess. See, I didn't have to kind of like make entirely new. Like, oh, I have to kind of like think about it. Like if you have an arm, just just have an arm here, and yeah, that's gonna kind of maybe work. This may work. This just may work. Looks like he's doing something different, but hey, it may work. That speed, like you would not even know. See? See? In such a speed you don't even know. It feels natural. It feels good. Yeah, that's what animation is basically. So in such speed you don't even know. Yeah. Basically collecting it at such speed in such a way that you have no idea that something was even wrong there. Going in, where's my iPad? All I wanted was some sunshine. And I'm fucking hungry, and I will be ending the stream soon, cause I am freaking hungry. So, okay. And we don't have anything, so I have to go to the shop. So, anyway, that's not really what this stream is about. It's about drawing out. So yeah, I'm just drawing it out. Now, we don't need that 3D character, because like we can see this, and we can trace this really loosely. However, in the end we will be going back to that character, so yeah, that's that. And shoot! Something like this, and now we have in between. Voila! Yeah, in the end, like in between, are just like about making the animation more smooth and making the animation more believable. And yeah, so if I don't know how to animate, yeah, just I don't know how to animate, but apparently something is working. The knowledge that I've watched all these videos about. Yeah, some of it may be brushed off on me, some of that knowledge, kind of like made me think a little bit like an artist, and also a little bit like like an animator. And I'm thinking about movements, I'm thinking about, how about we just freaking cross it off, huh? Oh god, I don't want stabilization here. Two, like what if you do this? Huh? What if we just do this? And can like, let's just add it here. What if we add that? Huh? What happens then? Hey, it's weird, isn't it? It just kind of feels like, hey, kind of weird. It doesn't have any impact. Like I would have to like add this over here too, Even here, maybe. Those are like motion blurs, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. However, good, very good. See, we're making it more and more smooth. I don't know how to add such a speed line or something. So yeah, 12 a.m. Okay, I'm gonna be ending the stream, guys. We wanted to really go ahead and just go do the things. However, let's just get ourselves a break here, and let's just do some live stuff right now. So yeah, I mean we are live, but living things right now. So we've been streaming for almost half an hour. I mean, let's go 2.5 hours, okay? Let's go for 2.5 hours, and then we'll see what happens. So we have this stuff here, just like zhoo. It kind of feels good. It's kind of nice. So let's not focus on that, and let's go ahead and focus on the clothes, for example, now. Or I don't know, gesture. Or I don't know. Like really, I don't know. So we have that. Going he still doesn't have arms in some of these things, so let me give him some. Doesn't really matter if he does have or doesn't have arms, but just for the sake of this thing. So hey, in the end we just go back to the thing and just do the right thing. So he's just having his, he's throwing it away. So is from the thing away, which, you know, is at this point a really just a ball. So yeah, so that movement looks good. What is next though? What the hell is next? I don't know. I think it's yeah, we gotta be ending the stream soon. Anyway, so yeah, this is how we did it. You look, this is what we've done. Like, we have added a great eyes, added a little bit of like eye squinting in here, and we have added a well, not really. It's not much, but it's coming together, and that's what that's what matters here, really. All I wanted was some sunshine. Nice. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how you do it. Next up for today, maybe I will just open another stream of this, but so far, we're good. We're done. Okay. Let me stop the stream again. Okay, so see you next time. And you know, we're gonna make this thing come